Welcome back to Melbourne 22. I'm Anna Burgess. No, you already know that. Now, Aaron, are you a gamer?
Oh, well, you know what they say? Don't hate the player, hate the game.
I'm speechless. What if I said you could integrate the gaming world with the real world through a new technology called augmented reality?
I would say that is fascinating.
Let's take a look.
Augmented reality is when you take your reality and you augment it by adding something over the top or adding more information into the situation.
So augmented reality allows us to take what's happening in the real world and augment that or add in a digital asset to that. So something that's not real, we can pretend that it is in the real world and join those two worlds together so we can actually create a game or a situation that we couldn't really create before.
So this is Yelcom, an augmented reality arcade game that's played on the back of a t-shirt. So here in front of us we see the t-shirt and we can point the game at it and we're seeing a nice green pasture on the back of his back. So as the meteorite carves into his back, the game opens up into an old arcade style breakout game.
So this is a pattern that the device is looking for. It recognises that it's in the area. And so as the pattern comes into view, it suddenly detects that it needs to place that 3D object in that space. With virtual reality, we created a full digital space where everything that we see and move and interact with is digital with, say, VR goggles on. So you'd look around the room and instead of seeing a real table or chair, you'd see a computer-generated one. With augmented reality, we can see a real table and chair and it feels natural to us. But maybe that table and chair has a dragon sitting on it that we've created in the digital world.
And so another major thing that we do is multi-screen experiences. So essentially this is using devices such as Android smart TVs or Apple TVs to project an experience up on the screen in the lounge room, and then also have tablets or iPhones or iOS devices in front of you that you're interacting with.
Time for your close-up! Now, move the screen until you can see yourself in my camera. 1, 2, 3, cheese! Here's your photo.
So what's here is a really interesting interaction between the TV and the tablet. I can actually swipe on the tablet right up onto the screen.
Got it! Woo! Looking good!
What we've done is actually built an augmented reality business card. So here you can see our business cards, and on the back we've got a simple image that we use for recognition. And if I bring that into this iPad application, it's going to turn into an augmented reality garden. So you can see that you've got these nice little pumpkins here. But we didn't stop there, because what we've done in this demo is map gravity from the real world through into the virtual world. So if I rotate this garden in the real world, the pumpkins are going to roll using gravity. And if I'm lucky, I can roll it out and we can get a pumpkin down on the table. So we find this is really useful in business meetings. You just hand a few around at the start and there you go, everyone's lost their concentration for the start of the meeting. We're living in a very information-rich world. There's so much information around. It's the people that are capturing that information and harnessing it in an appropriate way are the people that are getting ahead. So if we can develop new ways to interact with information in a more intimate way through augmented reality, I think that's a really positive direction to be heading.
You came to play with me! Yay!
Aaron, I didn't know you did voiceover work.
Yeah, that was me.
That was you.
I do, yeah. I don't know what to say to
Did that just blow your mind as a gamer?
I am just totally freaked out by that because the possibilities are endless. And I think it's just the tip of the iceberg for that kind of stuff.
I was just thinking about a big ball rolling around my back all that time. I'm kidding.
To discuss new digital gaming trends, we've invited Aaron Vernon, Chief Technical Officer of Two Bulls, and Ollie Brown of Love Shack Entertainment. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thanks, guys.
You're famous. You look great on camera, by the way.
Thank you very much. I try.
Now, you're in the development stages of all this. How's it all going?
Sure. I mean, technology as a whole, I think we're all can appreciate it's been exploding over the last few years with the advent of mobile technology. Everyone's got mobile smartphones on them, everyone's got tablets at home. So there's opportunities everywhere. And we've been lucky enough to position ourselves at the tip of several technology waves, some of those being multi-screen gaming and augmented reality.
How did it all start?
Well, we got into it at the right time, basically. When mobile applications first came out, we started developing for them, and we weren't happy just to do regular style applications. We wanted to see what was possible with these devices, and so we just started experimenting and writing different, prototyping things out. We have a very strong prototyping and rapid iteration process at our office. So we just come up with ideas and try them out and see whether people like them.
So, Ollie, what are these frame-type games that are now gaining so much popularity as well?
Well, that's interesting, actually. Well, our take on it is that we wanted to create a game that was incredibly tactile. Like one of these touch devices allow you to almost, well, I mean, it's all about tactility. Is what I'm trying to say. So we wanted to design a game that was basically all about just touch. So we came up with a kind of a prototype that was moving panels around the screen that changed the way the story plays out. And the best way to present that was in a kind of a comic book format. So we created this kind of fictional world and a comic book, and then you can move these panels around. It's so simple. It's such a simple interface, and you can change the story like that just by moving the panels around. So that was how we kind of interpreted these new technologies.
What does this mean for the gaming world? What do you see as the future of all of this? Are we going to be able to jump into a screen one day and just totally interact by having something over our eyes, and then just everything is a virtual world?
I think what we've seen since the invention of gaming, 30, 40, 50 years ago, it's all about new levels of immersion. Started off where there were text-based adventures. You'd write in your input to the computer and you'd see results. Then we had graphical interfaces and mouse and keyboard input, and all of a sudden people felt more inside the experience. More recently, we've got controllers and consoles, and then touch screens. And once again, that kind of gave people, as Ollie's just been talking about, that ubiquitous experience. They really felt like they were part of the experience. They're not just passively interacting with something in front of them, they're feeling it, they're touching it, they're molding it. And what I see with augmented reality and virtual reality with technologies such as Oculus Rift coming out, it's the next step in that progression. Immersion is going to be increased once again, and that's really exciting. Beyond that, who knows? Yeah.
Guys, when you nail it at work, do you just go home and just fist pump? Like when you just go on, tell me, how is it?
Because it's all groundbreaking stuff. There's so many new targets to hit.
It's really like this, because it's the hardest before it's the best, So, for example, some of this augmented reality technology, when we were writing it from first principles, we went through an incredibly tough time of just, things wouldn't be working, things wouldn't work performant on the devices, and then all of a sudden it's that eureka moment. It's like, I've got it.
Absolutely.
And yeah, you do jump up and fist pump the air, and you show it to all your mates, and when you've got it right because people can't put it down. Yeah, and that's what feels so great.
I think the other thing is it's like this stuff is really hard. It's all very design driven. So like for instance, with our game, we are designing it entirely on paper. So we don't even touch any computers or any devices. We make it all little sketches on paper and move those around and make sure all the logic works. And then we'll go to the computers and build it.
Guys, your work is absolutely amazing, and it's a very exciting world out there, and we look forward to the future of gaming. So thanks very much for joining us today.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bow down to you. We're just humble hosts.
We are.
Again, it's time for a break, but don't go anywhere. Come back and join us on Melbourne 22.
We'll be here.
Coming up next on Melbourne 22, enjoy a stunning performance by the Joneses.